What's up, Miami? This is Dre Mav, and you are on 305 Radio, a Miami podcast.
And what's good, everybody? My name is Struck. Welcome to 305 Radio. And in this episode, we're not talking about artists only. I know we've had a couple artists already on the show, but today we have producer, writer, what other, beatsmith, audio engineer, million stream artist on Spotify. Top five, and God knows what else.
Topper of the charts.
Yeah.
Brandon of Miami Beatwave.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
What's
for having
good?
me. You guys are family, so you already know.
We also have another special guest in the house.
Got Holy Ghost in the building, one and only. What's up, world? What's up?
And just so y'all know, the Holy Ghost is in the building, and we had to pray. We prayed before we started.
We prayed before we stared. We got to pray
100%,
every time before we do anything special.
Facts. You know, I think it's all about good vibes. You know, so we got to start right.
That's what's up.
I wouldn't be here without it. All the stuff, all the music I've done, and all the charts you were talking about, and everything, like literally came right after I was at the bottom in my life. Literally, like my family dying, people leaving me, so on and so forth, and God just took me out of that, you know, and made me a better person and stronger, and made all that chart stuff happen and all the music happen, and so I have no choice but to give it to Him. So that's why we pray.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. This is the first time we do that here.
Yeah, if not, I would still be stuck in the bottom.
All right, man. So real quick, let's start this off with a quick introduction. Brandon, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm a music producer first and foremost, audio engineer as well. I record, mix. I'm also a father, and at the end of the day, I make hits. And I'm born and raised in Dade County, and I'm here for Miami, and I rep it till I die. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Holy Ghost, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Man, Holy Ghost. Everybody knows me. That's my name. That's my street name. That's my artist name. I'm a songwriter. I'm a child of the Most High. I keep God first. Born and raised in Miami. Songwriter, producer. I'm just really a visionary, you know.
Okay.
And I'm here to spread positivity and love and thank God just keeping us here with good people. Miami Beatwave, you guys, thank you for having us. And we're just here to shake the world, you know.
That's what's up. Welcome to the show. So, Brandon, humble beginnings, my friend.
It's so crazy because he calls me Brandon and nobody uses my government name
Hey,
anymore.
fuck, man.
Ever.
I do. I just don't spell it right.
That's how long we've known each other.
My man. All right, I'll just call you B-Wave.
Yeah.
I'll just call you B-Wave.
Usually
man.
people call me Beatwave, so when I hear my government name, I'm like,
huh?
oh, yeah.
My bad, man. Yeah,
Which is funny because the other day I was doing a track with Shotty, and obviously we all know Shotty, right?
Word.
And Shotty put my government name in the beginning of his verse, and I was like, telling everybody my government name in your rap, dog? Oh, man. And it was crazy. So every time I hear my government name now, I feel like my mom is calling me or some shit.
Oh, man. Now we know how to get you.
Or we've been friends for a long time.
You already know, man. It's a lot of love, man. We met when you were just in the mix. Like you had, it was. I'm not gonna say you were new to doing what you're doing, but you have been doing it for a while. And when we met, you were just starting to get out there, getting your name out and whatnot. And it's been a hell of a ride from the outside looking in. Mm-hmm. So I think it's awesome to be able to have you on the show. And just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came up, especially in the beat with a studio. You've seen all the artists come through.
Right.
You've seen artists come through from different walks of life and different genres altogether. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I think is really important to this conversation because we have a lot of artists come through, right? But
not a lot of producers.
Exactly. We
Okay.
don't. You're the first producer, homie.
Right. All right.
That's what's up. You're the first producer on the show.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Who?
Well.
Orion. That's right. Brass Balls. Shout out Brass Balls.
Okay. Shout out to Orion.
Yeah.
He was the first. I'm the second. Let's get our facts straight.
Let's get our facts straight, guys.
But yeah, to go back to your question of how I started and everything. So in the beginning, I started making beats like in my room and started building a home studio in my room when I was, I don't know, 10th grade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, the Hennessy got here.
Oh,
my man.
Now we talking.
Appreciate
That's
you.
what's up. The
Anything
lightsaber.
is possible. Thank you to the House of Kush Miami,
Thank you, my
OG
man.
Cookie Monster, and friends.
That's right. Shout out OG Cookie Monster and friends.
So at the end of the day, I started literally in my room when I was in high school. Got my first beat machine, which I think was a Korg EXS1
Jeez.
or something like that. I can't remember the name, damn. Because I got an MPC shortly after that, and I just did everything on my MPC. And nowadays, I do everything just in the computer on Logic. So like sequencing, recording, mixing, all that type of stuff. But I had a home studio, so literally had the studio in my room with my bed, and that was it. And then from there, I knew that I wanted to do music because I started failing high school, and all I did was do music and stay at the crib. And I started recording rappers around my block. And funny story is when I you gotta pop that.
Waiting for you to pop it.
The bottle of Hennessy's here. That's the popping we're talking about.
So at the end of the day, who else wants? Anybody?
Hennessy, you should sponsor us. I'm just saying. I'll take a shot.
Why not, right?
So here's a funny story. So I'm building this little studio when I'm in high school, and I built a whole booth with my homeboys and everything. Make it soundproof. All I'm worried about is the sound. I put no light in it. So when I finally closed the door and I had the first rapper in there, he was like, "Yo, I can't read my lyrics."
I can't see.
No.
It took me months, and I never thought about putting a light in the booth. So I had to stick flashlights up in the corners of the booth so that rappers, and there was no ventilation either. So they were dying, sweating. That was my first booth, and that was my...
But shit, that's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
Facts.
Shoot, you must have been happy as hell, and all of a sudden, MC X walks into the booth. You're like, yeah, this guy's asado como un lechón.
Ese guy, un pingu.
And he forgot his lyrics.
Homie, if you don't got your lyrics memorized, it ain't gonna work in this booth.
Right? Exactly.
So you're challenging artists from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. And I do it now to this day all the time. And a lot of people like to work with me for two facts as a producer, which is one, I won't pressure the artist to be somebody else. I'll let the artist be the artist and then come in when, you know, the help needs to be there, or if they're doing something wrong, I'll come in and tell them, hey, this is going wrong. But if it's all going right, then I leave it be what it is. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out here, especially producers, that like to control what the artist is doing. Say this, do it like this, da 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 da. I gotta trust in my artist. I want my artist to still be his artist. That's why I like you. That's why I want to work with you at the end of the day, because of you. So I'm just here to kind of like help the artist's dreams, not control it and put it for that's kind of like me, you know, like I'm writing your shit, I'm doing the shit that I know.
Get in the booth,
I want, right? So
if you can do it better than you do it.
Nah, Lord knows I can't sing. So
I was about to ask you.
Jesus Christ,
you
sing?
That's the rap.
I can play the piano. I can play a bunch of instruments.
You can sing.
I can sing with the auto tune all the way on 0.
Yo,
and that's the darn truth. But that's the one thing that God didn't give me. I can play the piano. I can produce. I got, I got an ear for everything. I can arrange, so on and so forth. I've been in bands, but I can't sing. He was like, I can't give it to you all, motherfucker.
Could you rap?
I used to rap. I can write raps. I can write rhymes. But more now, I'm doing a lot of R&B and pop stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of more the way that raps are witty. You know what I'm saying? Like they have metaphors and all that stuff. I'm doing that, but I'm spreading it out in the concept of a song. Instead of like, yo, these 2 bars are super witty. I'm taking that witty line and making it into an entire song. Doing R&B and pop like that. So I've been writing a lot like that. We cheersing?
I wanna give a quick cheers, a quick toast.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
To the interview.
God is good, baby.
Hey,
Salud.
to 305 podcast.
Till next time.
All right. Oh, Hennessy, my old friend. we've been through a lot together.
So you're talking about pop.
Yes.
Name some of the artists, specifically locally, that you've been able to work on in this genre.
In pop. Okay, so I just came out with a my own pop album, which went number 4 on the charts.
Dope.
Right under Lizzo and Harry Styles, so they did beat me. Shout out to them. But obviously, mine was done all independently, and they had big labels behind them. So
yeah, congratulations on them, man. That's
I'm
really
still
good.
proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when it wasn't number 1 or whatever, I kind of got a little. But then what am I gonna do? It's Harry Styles.
You have to be grateful in every moment.
Right.
The highs, the lows,
Absolutely.
and everything in between, you know?
Exactly. And, you got to celebrate the little wins, too.
It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. So everybody who was on there is actually from Miami. All singers. I had no rappers. Obviously, my rapper friends were mad. Can I get on your album? Can I get on your album? I'm like, dude, here's the thing you don't understand. There's no rapping on the album. It has nothing to do with you. It's just that it's all singing. It's all singing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So all that was local. Ghost is on there working with Christy V. She's a new up and coming artist. Got Jay Santana on there. He's an amazing artist that sings amazing.
Great vocalist.
So it was just a lot of local. AG Lyons, you guys know AG.
Shout out AG.
Of course.
Did a song with him called So Classy on there.
Nice.
It's kind of like a Bruno Mars vibe. So even if some of these people were singers, but they were doing maybe like trappy, whatever, I still grabbed them and put them in this pop lane where it kind of sounds like Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Everything is up tempo on the album. Nothing is slow. It's all for dancing. It's all for having a good
Party,
time.
good time.
It's all party. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing depressing about it.
Well, there's nothing depressing about it.
Yeah.
And it's
We're
funny
over
because
that. We're not depressed anymore.
I've heard you in a lot of hip hop. You were doing heavy hip hop. So what was the decision? Where did that come from to go into pop?
Just
You
That's
want
always
to
dabbled
know
in
the
everything.
truth? Well, no, I still do hip hop.
Yeah, you
I
do
still
all
do a
all
lot.
sorts of
but
genres.
You guys just had Tetris on,
you're like,
right?
yo, hey.
You guys just had Tetris on the other day, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I did his whole album, and I'm doing his whole next album. I still do hip hop. I do hip hop all the time. It's just I did this for my album. Like, this is my album, and I did it. This is the truth, is that it makes more money. So I've done hip hop for.
Thank you for being honest.
I've done hip hop. Yeah, my son needs shoes, and he's
That's
getting older, and he's gonna want a car soon and stuff like that. And the hip hop money is not paying for that. I've been doing hip hop for 15 years, and those royalty checks do not look like pop. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Justin Bieber's checks and the Weeknd's checks do not look as the same as.
Little whatever.
Yeah,
Little whatever.
little and
Little
whatever
anything.
and whatever.
Not
whatever.
anything.
No, I mean you have your big pop rap artists, like when we say Lil Baby, and you have your Drake. Obviously, he's a rapper, but at the same time he's singing.
A pop artist.
He's a pop artist, and the songs are fast, and you can dance to them, and those are his hits. But then he comes with the hardcore shit too, or whatever. You feel me? So I kind of do both. I've recorded everything from country to gospel to hard rock, heavy metal. That's just recording, though, on the engineering side. As far as producing, obviously, I'm most known for the hip hop. So that was another thing. I wanted to branch out and be like, hey, I'm a producer.
I can do this too.
I can do this too. And watch how I can do it very well. You feel me?
And boom.
And then
Number
right
4.
right before the pop album, 7 months before that, I released an R&B album called Up Close and Personal. That went number 2 on the charts, right next to Aaliyah's Ultimate Hits. So I dropped on the same day as her. If I wouldn't have dropped on that day, it probably would have been number 1. But I had no idea Aaliyah was coming out. Rest in peace and God rest her soul. But so what I did was R&B hit the charts, pop hit the charts. Still do hip hop in the background, but I just wanted to make it known that we're versatile over here. So you guys with the money and you guys over here, don't look at me and just say, "Oh, we got to go to him just for hip hop." It was kind of to make a statement, like, "Yo, we can do it all over here."
Gotcha.
And a lot of people don't look at Miami like, "Oh, pop music."
No.
They look at the Spanish, Latin music, rap music. You know, some booty music. That. They don't look at us like, "Oh, the next Justin Bieber coming out of there." You know what I'm saying? The next the next big artist is coming out of Miami because it's not pop music. Go ahead. You want the ice?
Ice is there. Ice is there.
Oh.
You got it.
So
Brandon,
it was also making a statement for Miami that we could do this.
So one thing I wanna not only about the transition from pop artists and the other genres, but do you see a difference in the work ethic between genres in the studio?
Well, we all know how rappers are. So I've seen.
Let's say most rappers.
I've seen
Most rappers, right?
Right, most rappers. No, there's some rappers that work their ass off.
Yeah, that have good
There's
ethic.
also some rappers that come in the studio and they pay a bunch of money to smoke and hang out all
To do
day,
nothing.
and they do 10 hours go by and they got a hook. Hey, and if you got the money to do it and you're not vibing, then that works. But in the pop industry and in the country industry and stuff like that, when you go to Nashville and messing with these songwriters and stuff like that, what ends up happening is they book out the most expensive studio with the most expensive musicians, right? What's that, Red Bull?
Yeah.
I don't drink I can't drink no Red Bull. Y'all don't drink the Hennessy straight?
I do, but this
mean-
gives you wings.
I mean,
Damn.
yeah, but I like Red Bull.
When she said it like that, I was like, let me get some Red Bull
I
then.
think it's straight better.
Yeah.
It kind of brings the Hulk out,
Right?
right?
You don't want wings?
No, I don't want wings.
He's like, bring the Hulk out.
Bring the Hulk
Any
out,
wings.
bring the wolf out.
Yeah.
Wings, bro.
Any wings.
So
Watch
so,
what's gonna happen.
So the work ethic is different in this way. So when you go to Nashville or you go to these pop places and you go to where they're doing country and these number one hits and stuff like that, they already have like 4 or 5 songs already written, composed on a piano, on sheet music. They rent out this $10,000 studio for 4 hours. They rent out each of the best musicians for $500 an hour, right? And they're spending all this money in this one small 4 hours. But then these
get it
musicians are so good that they just read it one time and it's perfect.
And it's done,
You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? They record the whole thing, bring in the singers, and
Bada bing, bada boom,
yeah,
right?
and
It's done.
in 4 to 8 hours, they got 4 or 5 hit songs ready to go, right? Not that this took days, not that it took, we just did one hook in 10 hours. So yes, there is a difference in the work ethic. There's also a difference in the money spent behind it, so on and so forth. So rap is a little bit more lenient. You can chill in the studio. You can, they like to catch a vibe, da-da-da-da. There's some people who, it's just kind of like me. Like, if I'm coming in to produce something, I'm doing it right then and there. Like, I've done sessions where I produced a beat, come in, somebody else is engineering because they wanted somebody else to do it. He'll be too slow for me, and I'll be like, yo, get out the chair. Let me do this real quick because I got other shit to do. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I also have a life.
Yeah, yeah.
You get me? I can't just sit here all day and do and just waste time.
On one
You
record.
feel what I'm saying? On one record, yeah, exactly. If I've gotten faster over the days. I mean, over the years.
Over the days.
Over the days. No, every day I do get better, but over the years, for real,
Absolutely.
I've gotten faster and faster. I mean,
Well,
he's
because
seen
you
it,
learn
and
the
he's
value of that time.
Yes, of course. So that sucks sometimes because what ends up happening is I'm such a perfectionist that while I'm recording, I'll mix it too at the same time. And a lot of artists don't come back and pay me to mix their records because they're happy with what they left with. And they'll put that shit on the
man.
album.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's good and bad because then I get more people and more clients coming back to me faster. But at the same time, I'm not getting paid that extra mixing service because I already did it.
You did it without telling anyone.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But people love that. That's why I keep coming back. So
Little tips and tricks
Yeah.
with Miami
Oh.
Beatwave.
And honestly, I have really noticed
Trick or
all
treat.
that. I have noticed all that while I'm working with him. It's the detail things that kind of really separates you from you and anybody else. It's just that the time that you take to master the craft. And
The
I
love
see
of
as he goes and he's working, you think he's not working, but he really is working. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like natural. And my work ethic and kind of me connecting with him, it just kind of just went together like a perfect piece. So that's
So
why.
let's talk about this collaboration that both of you guys have. It's 2 tracks right now that you guys have currently
Yeah.
on TikTok and playing at clubs, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a song called Searching
Mm-hmm.
that the dance has gone viral on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool because I've never had a viral TikTok or anything. My
Uh-huh.
TikTok is horrible. I'm not a
I was
TikTok
gonna
guy.
say, do TikTok.
I'm not a TikTok guy, but the TikTok world kind of loved it and picked up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Christy V are both on the song. She choreographed the dance.
Okay.
They filmed one of it, put it on TikTok. All the other models and influencers or whatever grabbed onto it. They started doing the dance and liking the dance, and here we are.
and just
How
took
do you
off.
feel when you see those dances?
I love it. I love seeing everybody jam to the music. I mean, some of the girls ain't doing it right, but but a lot
You're not
of them do.
complaining.
But you
You're not
appreciate the
complaining.
support.
But a
You
lot of them
appreciate
do.
the
Yeah,
support.
and we love you guys. Do it wrong all day as long as you do it.
Just
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Yeah,
Keep doing
we
it.
love it. It's really cool. It's really cool to see. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good, man. That's really good.
And then we have another one called Monster. It's a Halloween track. It's for the season, and that's playing in the clubs. It's very house-like. The Searching one is Caribbean, and this
Man,
one,
shout out to DJ CX, man.
yeah, he's been pushing
He's
it
been
heavy.
pushing it. He's been spinning it, showing me that love, man. Shout out to him, man. Big up, big up.
This Hennessy has me hot. Is there a napkin or
Give me
something?
the hat. Oh, man.
So searching honestly has been like a game changer for me. You know, I think I've been I started off on the rapping and kind of just battling and kind of like on this 8 Mile type of look, you know, as I
Okay.
kind of started my career like about 10, 15 years ago, I would say. And from the genres changing and from my maturity level and my growth, searching has definitely been the one that I feel like it's right in the pocket. It has a dance, it has a vibe, you know, it's about searching for love. You know, we have Christy V on the song. She's a great artist from Miami. And I always wanted to do something with a collaboration with another female because I'm a pop artist. And I feel like a female and a male together, I mean, it's just something that people could relate to, you know?
Some
And
good chemistry. and
yes,
you'll be
it's
able
great
to tell it.
chemistry, you know? So that's how Searching came about, you know, just me, him talking about, you know, what I had in mind about the next project and what's the vision like, what's the approach. And honestly, it was probably the best pick that we did, just bringing out that song. It was actually an old song that I had in the vault.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And-
think that the women gravitate towards it too because it's about being like single and you're searching for the right one.
Yeah.
You know, searching, and he kind of says, "Yo, I don't want to die alone" in the song, you know, and kind of like just trying to find your love. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody can feel that shit.
you know?
I'm searching for it. I'm searching for it. So
Word. All right.
we're happy with the record so far.
Thank God.
Everybody
You
go on
have to be.
TikTok and
No, I
search
mean,
it.
if all the
Searching
music
challenge.
I have dropped,
Hashtag
searching
searching challenge.
is definitely Searching is my favorite record right now. Of all the music I have released, you know, and for the 15 years of me releasing music, honestly, I think I even told you that personally. Like Searching is, I hear in the car, and then I put myself in the position of somebody that doesn't know me hearing the song, and then I think they'll be impacted just like it impacts me, you know. And then we came back with Monster. I always been big in Halloween, you know. I mean, I have a Michael Myers tatted on me. I was a crazy
That's so
stupid
funny. I have a
little kid.
Michael Myers sweater.
I was a crazy little kid.
I thought she was about to say, I got Michael Myers.
I was about to say,
tattooed
damn,
on
for real?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, damn, for real. I
I
always
got
been
Michael
crazy.
Myers tattoo.
All four of us.
Everybody got a Michael Myers.
I don't know. I'm sitting between both of them. I'm kind of getting scared. I'm
It's a little scary here.
not gonna lie.
Man, Halloween, it always been kind of just, Halloween been special for me, you know, kind of
Yeah.
like in a weird way as a kid, you know, Michael Myers and this and that. So just coming out with Monster, just putting a song together just for the perfect season, I think it was so dope, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was so dope, you know, that part, you know?
Gotcha. That's dope, man. And how long? So, Ghost, how long have you been in the industry? What you rap? What's going on here?
Yeah, so I started off more in a hardcore rap,
Mm-hmm.
hip hop. Like I said before, like more in the 8 Mile, like the only white boy, kind of just chilling with all my people and stuff like that. And I always had a passion for music. It was just something I always wanted to be something in life since I was a kid. And so I was inspired by like Tupac and Michael Jackson.
All right.
And on a crazy note, I was living in a haunted house. That's just a real story.
Okay.
And a haunted house with no light, no water. I mean, I was broke. Me and my family were going through a lot at that time. And that was a time in my life that I just found the music.
I didn't know this.
I mean, now you know.
What was it haunted by?
By ghosts.
After he
Okay, what kind of ghost though?
I mean, there's only one type of ghost. I mean, what's that? I
And
mean,
it wasn't the Holy
dead
Ghost.
kind.
No,
it wasn't a holy ghost.
There's different types of ghosts.
But that is the honest truth, you know. And my mom was going through it. I'm talking about lighting up candles, and we had from the rock bottom, you know.
Did you ever
and,
see one?
I felt
You
one.
felt one.
Yeah, I mean,
It's more
I
of a
have
feeling
definitely.
feeling thing than a seeing thing.
Yeah, I mean, I have definitely experienced it, you know, and
Okay.
that energy is definitely real, you know. So just kind of be in the kind of just seeing that, you know, being in a mansion and not having all what you need in a mansion is kind of just navigating me kind of to hit the streets and do things the wrong way. And since I always had a passion for music, I kind of got right back into it. Made my own little studio booth. She was falling
Did it
apart.
have electricity?
No, I had
Did it have a
electricity.
light?
No,
Yeah.
I had to connect generators to put a black light.
Mine
like,
was the only ghetto one that didn't have a light. Was ghetto as shit.
No ventilation.
no ventilation, sweating
Hey,
shirt off in the
some
garage.
of the best records have been made like that. The Fugees, the score was made in the basement. 35 million sold, and they never made another record like it or sold another record as much. And they had every big studio in the world that they could use.
Because they're not recording in una caja china, bro.
Right, no, exactly. and more than that, it's something about hunger and what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you don't have everything, like you're constrained to only these couple things, you got to push the limits.
Of course.
You know, like if an artist, like if you give an artist, like a painter, red and black, and you say, yo, you can't have no other colors. How the painter's got to think, how am I going to make this cool?
I got to make it work.
So then they push the boundaries and limits, and all of a sudden they do something that you're like, whoa. Well, because they were forced to, because that's all they had. So if you give somebody all the colors, they all start getting confused, and that's the same way. Like if I get an MPC and I make all my beat in the MPC, it'll come out better than if you put me in a room with 70 different keyboards and I don't know what to pick from, and there's too many sounds, and what am I gonna do? And then I make the shit's garbage.
That's
You get what I'm
bananas
saying?
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I think that depriving an artist of like maybe technology and colors and just all those things might push the limits to make something cool.
I'm with you. Keep the artist challenged
Yeah,
at all times.
It's not
exactly.
about the equipment, it's about the artist or the producer.
That's a
or,
fact.
Right?
That's
So-
a fact. I mean, obviously nowadays technology is fucking everything.
Yeah,
We
it's-
all
Man, to
know
me,
that.
to me, it's about building up your sound, right? Which way or another. And that
Uh-huh.
kind of answer your question about do I rap it, do I sing?
Dude.
I think I'm just building my sound. You know, I think every song I might surprise you. I don't know. I'm a ghost. You know, I might be mysterious.
The Holy Ghost.
I'm the Holy Ghost, so I like to be a little mysterious. You know, mysterious and empowerment a little bit. You know.
So Holy Ghost, you want to drop some bars? You want to drop it? You want to drop a verse or something?
A verse, rapping.
Rapping
He doesn't rap anymore
or
though.
singing?
He's only
I mean,
singing.
he just said he was
Spoken
8 miling his way
word
through.
or-
That's
He 8
15
miles
years
his way
ago.
through everything.
That's 15 years ago. If you hear
15
all,
years ago. I mean,
if you hear all his records now, it's all singing. There's no rapping. Period.
yeah, I'm on.
Oh, damn. You want to sing something?
I can sing something. It doesn't matter. Let me think of something.
Go ahead, sing one of the songs.
If you like.
Sing "Searching."
Searching.
Yeah, you just performed it.
And I've been searching, 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 searching. And I've been searching, 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 searching. I don't wanna die alone. Can we be everything that I want? And I've been searching, 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 searching.
Okay.
Boy, you
Right.
found the searching found you some dope artistic talent over here, bro. Super dope.
Yeah, man.
That was good stuff, man.
Appreciate it.
And then
Good stuff.
and then with that, you know what's the funny part? He always tells me, "Yo, when you record my vocal, put the ghost sound on it." and what do you mean? And what do you, every artist says something different like that. And what he means is like, you know, this deeper tone under, like this other pitch that kind of like has a harmony that's lower than his high harmony.
Okay.
His high melody. And it's so funny because he'll say the ghost sound, but like a lot of artists tell me shit like, "Can you make me sound purple?" I'm like, "What?"
How do you sound
Yo,
purple?
can you make that guitar?
Soon
so
they're gonna
like-
be like, can you put that ghost in there?
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
Can you
But,
put that ghost in
and
there?
then I'll get like,
that ghost in there.
can you make the guitar sound, you know, a little bit more sunshine, you know, like a bright da da da. And I know what they mean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that they don't talk the sound engineer language. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I get somebody who can talk to me like that, I'm even faster.
You
Like,
put
yo,
that thing
put this
that make you
effect.
sound
put
this
that-
and
yeah,
that
no,
thing.
it's crazy the stuff that I hear. You have no idea.
With the plug.
Maybe sound
Hey, you know that plugin that does this?
Yeah.
Make sure I want to do that to mine.
Right. Exactly. And
that
plug-
stuff that
You know-
that artist did.
The one,
And-
yeah, the
yeah,
one
the
little,
artist,
the one
yeah.
little baby. Then can we put
Yeah.
that
Do that
plug
one?
in?
Can you make me sound like a little baby? Motherfucker, are you little baby?
Yeah.
No. How come I don't sound like a little baby? You don't rap like a little baby. It don't make no sense. People think that you can literally do. I mean, you can do a lot with technology now.
Yeah.
We have Melodyne. We have Autotune. You could literally, I could put. You can't sing at all. I could put you real super on pitch, and then I could build your harmonies for you, so on and so forth. We have apps that they write the song for you, all the lyrics, and you just go through the app and you pick the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost
That's
becoming
insane.
so computerized. It's insane.
So
But-
what the hell do you need people for at some point?
That's a scary thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a fucking
happening
scary
every
thing.
day.
It's
So-
happening very slowly. I've seen a Black Mirror episode. Does anybody know what Black Mirror is? Do you guys know what Black Mirror is
Oh,
or no?
hell
It's
yeah.
a Netflix
Yo.
special.
Okay.
Black Mirror.
It's
is
basically the
shit.
Twilight Zone, right? But about technology.
It's
Okay.
insane.
So there's this Miley Cyrus episode, and what they do is she goes through the whole dictionary and she says every single word in the dictionary. They take all her words, they put whatever melody they want to it, and they make all her songs without her there anymore.
So
They don't
it's
need
like
her anymore.
like
They just have a
Siri
bank
or-
of her words. Yeah, how crazy is that?
Let me tell you,
And then
Yeah.
and what about the holograms that are coming out?
You
And
like
then
movies?
Of course. Who
Bruce
doesn't like
Willis.
movies?
Listen to this. Bruce Willis just signed over the rights
To all his movies,
to his digital
voice.
persona. So his image is going to be used in future movies without him being there.
Damn, that's pretty
Okay,
fucking dope.
so meaning like when they finished Fast and Furious and Paul Walker
Yes.
wasn't around anymore, they
Bruce
kind of
Willis,
digitalized
Die
his
Hard
face.
But
was
now-
Die
that,
Hard
was
10
that,
in
was that, was that
space.
his brother? That was his brother, though.
That's what's going to happen.
Bro, dude, please do not do Die Hard 10 in space. I will be freaking out, bro. That's too much.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
I love Bruce Willis, but I
Bruce
love him
Willis,
like that.
we're gonna have what is it? The Sixth Sense.
I like the
Times
Sixth
10.
Sense. Sixth Sense was cool.
Yeah, but he's imagine
Armageddon,
you're gonna
he tried
see.
to make me cry.
He got you. That's
got me in
when
Armageddon.
people say that.
He
It's
got
because
me
they
in
got
Armageddon.
you.
But was it that or was it the Steve Tyler song?
It does.
I
You
don't
already
want
I
to
think it was
miss
the
a
song.
thing.
I think it was him.
And I don't.
He got you. It was
Yeah,
a mix of both because
He
you're a
did.
producer.
He did. I
Because
know.
you're into music. It
Yeah.
was both when you're like Bruce Willis, bro.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that here's the thing that people don't understand was Steven Spielberg and George Lucas went to college together, and they understood this. Visuals is kind of like what everybody focuses on in movies, but they know that visuals is only 50%, and they'll tell you the
Yeah.
sound is the other 50%. So think about this. Not only sound effects. So if you're watching a scary movie, what scares you is the sound when it comes out. Bomb. It's not the visuals.
Mhm.
It's the scary sound, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, let's talk about the emotions in movies and music, how much it plays a part. So let's say
Absolutely.
there's a romantic scene, but there's no romantic music in the background. You're gonna be like,
You don't get the same
"Eh,
feeling,
this is
yeah.
fucking boring, right?
Where's the music?
There's an action scene and there's no dun 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 dun. Dun. There's none
Nothing.
of that. There's none of that. And then you're just kind of like, this is boring. And then you start to realize how much that plays a part in the movies, not just visuals. It's the emotion. The music brings the emotion. The sound effects bring the emotion, and shit like that.
Christopher
And-
Nolan mastered that.
Facts.
Christopher Nolan mastered that completely. All his flicks, that soundtrack keeps you there on edge.
Right.
On edge.
And you know what I've been hearing less and less lately is like songs from artists in movies. Remember when we were younger, like songs used to pop off because they were in a movie,
In a movie.
Yeah.
right? That's not really
I
happening
used to
anymore.
buy the CDs of like the soundtrack.
You see?
of movies.
And then and it would be like because this song became popular from you watching this movie. And now there's barely any songs popping off from movies. You know where the songs are popping off at? In the Netflix TV shows
Yeah.
and stuff like that, the licensing.
Well, because they're grabbing other old music and
stuff.
adding it.
They are.
But now think about it. Wakanda, Black Panther 2, Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever. It's all new music.
Yeah, who's on the theme song? Because I saw it in the.
Bro, that was Kendrick.
That's Kendrick again, right?
Yeah, again, man.
There's Kendrick in the
Killed
Weekend,
it.
where was the first
Yes.
trailer theme song.
Yeah, I don't know any other. It's that dope.
That's
I don't
dope.
know anything else that's on in any
Except
other
that.
trailer. I'm like, bro, Kendrick all
Yeah,
day.
you can hear it. You can hear it.
Yo, Kendrick murked it, bro. But either way, that's my point. Like,
Is the Weekend on the song too, or it's just Kendrick?
I don't know, bro.
You don't know because it just plays that little clip.
Yeah, man. And for when you watch new movies, it's a lot of new music trying to pop off. They're not doing the Netflix where they're getting old music. Oh man.
So, guys, this is what we are working on right now.
Talk to me.
Searching.
Yes.
We got Monster. What
And
more?
my album Away From It All.
And your album.
Away
And,
from it
and,
all.
and Up Close and Personal, which is the R&B one.
That's out now.
Okay.
Both of them are out now, and both of them hit the charts. And I did it in, both of them came out in the same 7 months.
Nice.
So I did it twice. And then I also went on the charts for Nikki Sky, another female artist I work with.
Shout out
for,
to Nikki Sky.
for an R&B. You guys know Nikki Sky?
I love Nikki Sky.
Okay, yo, she's
actually been on our
awesome.
shows.
She's awesome, and her mom is great. Shout out
Shout out Ellie.
Shout out Mama Sky. Mama Sky's the best, bro.
Yeah, she is.
Every time she comes to the
Mama
studio,
Sky.
she brings me wine.
Mama Sky.
That
she
is the
hooks me
best
up.
thing to do
It's
ever.
the best.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, thank you. Yeah, let's drink some wine. Awesome. They're like
Can't go wrong with wine.
family now. I went on the charts with her. I think number 12 in R&B as well. It was like a gospel-y R&B song.
Mhm.
And then recently, last week, I did Gil Graff and Marklin Hayes.
Okay.
I
You
saw
know
the
Hayes.
video to that. I know both of them. Shout
Yeah.
out to them.
We just went top 20, so I think it hit 16
Amazing.
or something. So when they say I don't do rap anymore, fuck you guys. I still do rap,
Gotta
and
remind
it
them.
still goes to the charts. So yeah, those are out too.
So Miami's popping.
Right? We're
But,
doing
Miami,
it.
but people don't go around saying Miami's popping. You know what
We're
I mean?
saying it.
We say
We're
it,
saying
right?
it.
We
It's
know
like
it
it's
is.
great to
Yeah, we
see.
gotta claim it.
It's
Sadly.
great
We're
to see
saying
that from the inside we could say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And eventually, those that are listening, you're gonna say it.
Yes. So let's go back to that. Miami's popping in so many different ways.
Yeah, man.
Like I just saw you at a wedding.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
She saw me all dressed up. I had to walk there. I was nervous.
You nervous?
It was at hell yeah.
Hold on, what were you doing?
It was
Don't
Rock
tell me
Soul's
you were
wedding.
Don't tell me you were doing flowers.
Yeah, I was throwing the
You
flowers.
throwing flowers?
Yeah, I was
That's what's
I-
up.
I-
The flowers.
yeah, I was wearing
Flowers.
a real nice pink dress. It was really cool.
Whoa.
No, I was wearing a tuxedo, and I looked super fresh. And
Everybody looked dapper. and
yes,
very,
everyone.
Very
So it was
nice
Rock
looking.
Soul's wedding.
Mhm.
Not only super talented, one of my super best friends, one of the best people I've ever met. As far as like him and Christy are
Both
like
of them.
literally
Heck yeah.
like I. Sometimes when they're like, "We're being mean," Brandon, I'm like, "What?
They're like the nicest
You
people
guys
on the
never
face
been
of this
mean in
earth.
your life." Like I used to push them back in the day, like just to see if they would get angry, just
And
to see what it
nothing.
would look like.
And nah.
No, nothing. It was hilarious. So whatever. We're at the wedding. I see Drea. We all get drunk. We had a good time. But this is going back to the fact that
We popping.
the artists, the NFT world, the artists, the painters,
Everything.
right? Yeah, it's not just the music.
The podcast.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah, I mean
305 Radio Podcast.
305
The
Radio
venues.
Podcast. Drink Champs is here in Miami. You
Hell
have
yeah.
all this. you have-
Everyone's here.
yeah, so it's safe to say that Miami's popping. And here's another thing. Obviously, during COVID and all that, Miami didn't give a fuck. We
At
don't
all.
give a fuck about
We never
nothing,
do.
right? We don't give
Man.
a fuck about nothing. But in LA, they do. So you have certain actors that I know. I'm not gonna say their names or anything like that. But the fact is, they migrated here to Miami because over there was
They
too
weren't
many
doing
rules. They
anything.
Of
weren't,
course.
and they weren't down with it. I'm not saying they're Republican or they're this or they're fucking
The
that.
fact that you have rules that don't make sense
Right?
applied, it's regardless what side of the fence you stand on. It's this is away from that fence. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
It has nothing to do with any of that. It's,
Agreed.
Pablo, you're making me stay inside for ABC reasons. Have you seen Miami?
Yeah, Miami don't give a fuck.
Yo, Miami don't give a fuck. Why? Because todo el mundo está enfermo de todo modo.
No, no.
The ones who made
Yeah.
it and the ones who didn't.
Cheers.
Cheers to having COVID 17 times, and
Oh,
now we're immune to
man.
it.
Jeez.
Everybody here in Miami, we're already
Yeah,
done
bro.
with it. We're immune.
We're done. No, but being more serious, you have Miami was it was a different world. It's always been a different world.
I know.
And it showed during COVID.
Yeah, it sure did.
You know
Sure
what I'm
did.
saying?
So I think that these artists, and they wanted to be free again.
Mhm.
The entertainment industry started migrating to Miami.
Awesome.
They did because New York and LA were doing the same thing. Lockdown, COVID,
Of
lockdown,
course.
COVID.
Lockdown.
So they're like, "Fuck it, let's go to Miami." Oh,
Yeah.
they don't care. We don't care. What? And then
And it's sunny.
Well-
what do you mean it's sunny? Of course. I've said this all the time, which is, and I love New York for business, right? But I would never live there. I know some people love New York, but I would never live there.
Mhm.
And I look back at it and I'm like, You remember all these rappers that were hustling, and everybody's hustling in New York and whatever, and it's cold as fuck. And they're looking down at Miami with the girls in the bikinis and the dunks and the nicest cars and shit like that. And they see us out in the sun and the girls are shaking their ass and shit like that. And they're sitting there in the freezing cold hustling. And they're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Let's go down here. And then we started influencing their music. And now you got the A$AP Rockies and you got these people that come from New York that sound like the South. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, what are we doing over here?
Exactly.
Let's go over there with the bitches and the cars.
You know, and they weren't exposed to our lifestyle. But thank God that they have been.
Listen, nobody knows about our lifestyle. When they come here, they're just like, what's going on? That's the biggest house I've ever seen. And everywhere they go. And I've never been to a type of club like this. Oh, you guys got four-story strip clubs? That's crazy. Like, with nobody. You come to Miami and everybody's shocked.
Yeah, it's true.
So what can we expect from Miami Beatwave in the near future?
More
because
crazy stories.
Yeah, right? We know you're always working.
Yes.
And you're always releasing. And you're always collaborating. And you're at interviews. And you're at events. What can we expect from Miami Beatwave and from Holy Ghost in the near future?
So I'm trying to push the boundaries at this point, and my goal is to hopefully one day, this is a huge goal, I've never really said this out loud, to win a couple awards, meaning Grammys, in different genres instead of just one, because most people win it with just one. And nobody really wins it in multiple, which is to show the diversity, which we were talking about before. So like one in a Latin Grammy, one in rock and roll, one in jazz.
You're trying to get everywhere.
All in the same year. Yeah, I mean, because I'm musically inclined like that, I can do it. But if I couldn't do it, I wouldn't do it. But
right.
I learned how to read music in 6th grade, like music theory, like notes and stuff like that. But nowadays, with the way we make music, it's kind of by feeling. Like, we don't really go by, like, the notes anymore.
Yeah.
You know? My program can print out the notes after we do it by the feeling.
Wow.
You feel me? But, just pushing the boundaries. I also have already 4 records ready for the second R&B album. I wanted to drop it at the end of this year, but it's taking me a little longer. It's just going to be called Up Closer.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one was Up Close and Personal. This one's Up Closer.
In your face.
Yeah. And that's if you listen to the pop album, it's very like I said, happy and dance, and we're feeling good. And the R&B album is a little bit more. You got some sad songs on there, some breakup songs. You got some love songs. You got all that type of stuff. So it's really hard to recreate that. It's easier for me to do party songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're from Miami. We know how to party.
Is there someone on the scene that you want to work with that you have not had the opportunity to work with yet?
Oh, that's a good question.
They might be listening.
Yeah,
I might be listening.
It's so funny because I haven't seen King Hoodie in a while, and he stepped in the studio the other day to do a track with D.U. Ivan. Shout out D.U. Ivan and King Hoodie.
D.U. Ivan.
And he was somebody who I wanted to work with when he was coming up, and we've already done 3 records. Who do I want to work with?
Okay, you're not
Give me
here.
some names.
We're not here.
Yeah,
Maybe
You're
not.
not here.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to work with more and more pop people, right? So, like, I wish that I could work with her because I love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, more and more R&B acts and stuff like that. I would love to work with people like James Blake, which is some independent type stuff. I would love to work with, like, some independent rock bands like Arctic Monkeys or the Black Keys, stuff like that. Like, producing on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Here in Miami. Give me some names.
Nah, come on.
I don't know, because it's really hard for me because I've worked with a lot of people in Miami, so it's kind of like.
Well, you know what? Let's switch gears real quick. Now, I want to take it back to something you had said. When we first started, you had mentioned the way you are in the studio, right? So what's a big difference? What's the difference in a producer and someone that's just a beat maker, or someone that's just recording you like an engineer?
Okay.
Like, what would be the biggest difference between them?
Okay, so the beat maker would make the beat on their Fruity Loops or whatever the case may be. Producer will be in the studio. They could either make the beat or not make the beat. They can still be a producer without making the beat, and they're gonna sit there, work with the vocalist, say that take is bad, this take is right. Hey, your note here is flat. You need to sing that over.
Pretty much
not sharp.
artistically direct.
Yeah, and then we're gonna take that beat and we're gonna arrange it. We're gonna take these instruments out right here so it could be the intro. Then that piece of the song should go before this piece of the song, and then after that, mixing, talking to the mixing engineer or whatever. So a producer got to be there the whole process, not just the beginning of the beat. So I do it kind of all. So I make the beat in the beginning. Sometimes I don't. Some people bring me their own beats, and I still produce, meaning that I'll take whatever beat they bring me, and I'll still be there comping their vocals, meaning that I take this take that's good, put it with this take that's good, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Put the effects on this, put the effects on that, arrange it. I might call up, this is also producing like a Khaled or a Diddy, I might call up somebody else that I know and be like, you'd be perfect for this song. That's another way of producing, you know what I'm saying? Putting people together, so on and so forth. Just making it happen as a whole and making sure that the product is good at the end of the day. I also happen to be an engineer, which is technically where I make my daily money. You get what I'm saying? So engineering, and a lot of it is not my beats or production. It's other people's beats and production that they bring me, and I'm just there to make it sound good, like the radio most of the time is what they want.
Okay.
And that's what I usually do.
And what's the biggest challenge?
Oof. I think the whole thing is the biggest. Staying consistent, keeping your face clean, meaning that every business that you do is good. Nobody can say this or that about you. I mean, we're in the music industry. There's going to be somebody here and there that's going to say something.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like they could say something about you personally, but I'm saying keep your face clean business-wise. So like every time you do business, there's a money exchange. They get their product. That's it.
It's
You
clean.
get what I'm
It's
saying?
done.
Yeah, and that's
Good
it.
business. Right?
Good
Good
business.
business.
Do good business. That's it. And give everybody quality. So like sometimes there's been records sometimes that I've gone over the budget that I was paid, meaning I made no money off of it because I want the person to have quality. I want them to get what they paid for, and that's my name that's on it.
Of course.
My brand. You know what I'm saying? Which is half my name. So now going
That I
back to
always spell
brand.
wrong.
That Drea spells wrong. Drea spells wrong. So that's that long story short, since you were asking, was no, but it's a common mistake. Everybody does it. I mean, everybody does it. So after I was born, my mother is sitting there. She's signing the birth certificate. She's still a little high off the epidural, right? And long story short is after she signs the birth certificate, she calls my godmother and says, "Hey, how do you spell Brandon?" My godmother says Brandon. And she goes, "Oh no, I spelled it Brandan. Well, I guess it's going to be different." And then just hangs up the phone.
It's over.
And then here I am, and my name is spelled wrong. But I am different. Thank you, Mom.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And we said that with the Holy Ghost in the building.
The Holy Ghost in the building.
With so much limited time to create so much, how do you pick the artists that are able to come into your studio? Is there a list? Is there an email you gotta reach?
Is there a
You
golden
gotta
ticket when you
Is
open
there...
Candy?
How does somebody, especially here in Miami, get into your studio to be able to work with you?
So for engineering wise, it's just payment, like hourly payment to rent the studio and me as an engineer. Producing wise is a little different. I could be picky with that because I'm putting my own music in it and so on and so forth. But anybody can pay me to engineer for them, for record them.
Anybody can pay me.
Yeah, I'm being honest, for engineering, but not for my music, like for my production. I'm a little bit more, I'm a little bit more selective with that, and you just got to be dope and unique for me to be like, okay, let me put my time into this. Also, you could be not as good as everybody else, but if I see you, if we make a record together and then you go and shoot the music video, You put promo behind your Spotify. You put this and you put the promotion.
And you see that
in,
they're being
and
serious
the marketing.
with
Yeah,
themselves.
actually serious about your craft.
Because there's some people out there, you do a record with them, and then all of a sudden they just put it out, and then a week later they got out another record, and they haven't even promoted the other one. They didn't do a video. They're not doing shows. You know what I'm saying? They're not performing stuff like that. So let's say it's somebody like that. It could be an amazing rapper and an amazing singer. I would rather work with the mediocre one who's actually putting in the rest of the work that it needs, the marketing, the music videos and stuff like that. That like taking that, what's it called, like the bull by the horns, like and doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
being
taking it to the next
independent.
level. Yeah, independent. I love to see that shit, and I'll rock with those people forever because those are the motherfuckers that are gonna make it. What's the quote that they say about talent beats grime, but not when grime meets. How's it go?
Hard work beats talent.
Hard work.
Hard work beats talent.
Okay, so I think two things about that. You could actually be extremely talented, and somebody's gonna come and put money behind you and whatever. As if you are extremely talented in something. You know what I'm saying?
Now, hard work beats talent. I mean, my perspective
have
on it,
both,
somebody could be super
you're a threat.
talented, but you could outwork people. You know, you could really like be passionate more than somebody else. So there's people that are talented and they're lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, that's the worst to me.
That's
I feel like you're doing not only the world a disjustice, you're also doing yourself a disjustice. You get what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
Like, imagine if LeBron James was like, "Yeah, I don't want to play basketball."
Not today.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't want to catch this
shoot me
pass.
tomorrow.
I like to score, but I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Right?
I like to score, but I don't want to play. You know,
I'm gonna walk to that corner, and just give me the ball.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, but I'll be there.
My favorite's Michael Jordan, so
Facts.
I think LeBron James is a crybaby. I still love you, LeBron. But the Dolphins, though.
How about them Dolphins?
Yes. Okay, we won. Right.
Oh man.
They counted.
Yeah,
Bro.
Tua. That's Tua's. It's crazy what happened.
Have you worked with athletes?
I have. I worked really closely with Thomas Jones. He was a running back for the Jets, and I think he played for San Francisco too. Thomas Jones, don't kill me if I don't remember, but I know for the Jets for sure.
F the Jets.
And
Oh my God.
Sorry, Thomas. The Dolphins fans are here.
Go Dolphins.
The Dolphins fans are here. We're here. And he was really cool to work with. A couple boxers that are kind of local,
Okay.
but doing songs for them to walk out to.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's cool. I've been doing a lot more Instagram commercials, like for Bang Energy.
Okay.
And little products like that are only like they're not commercials on TV, but they're on IG. So Bang commercial, I've done like Bang Energy. I've done maybe like 3 or 4 other commercials. It's just my instrumentals in the back.
Got it.
You get what I'm saying? So little stuff like that is
Have you
cool
thought
too.
of sound design for movies since you're into film?
I did one with D.U. Ivan the other day for a movie called Synchronic. I've also done that and music with Jokes. You guys know Jokes?
Absolutely. Shout out Jokes.
For, that's my dog.
It's one of the goats.
Very talented.
For a movie called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did that one with him too. Making the music for film is way easier than doing the sound effects. It's a whole nother level because think about it like this: like every time somebody takes a step in the movie, you gotta align that little step, foot. You know what I'm saying?
Really make them feel it.
Yeah, but then you gotta make sure. They're on concrete, so the footstep sounds like this. But now they're in dirt, so now the footstep changes into this.
Yeah.
And we're not even talking about all the other
it goes
things that are
from
going
dirt
around.
to grass.
Yeah,
There's grass in the dirt.
right there you go.
Yeah. So it changes.
And then what's the coolest part about that? I think is the Foley. They call it Foley.
Yeah, Foley work.
Yeah, so Foley, the coolest part about that is when you get like alien movies or things that, how do I say it? You don't know how they sound in real life, like because there's no sound.
Yeah, so you can make up whatever you want.
You can make up whatever you want for it, which is really cool. So like the lightsaber effect in Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
the way
like,
that they got that was they got a microphone and they put it in front of a subwoofer and got feedback, right? So that's why you hear boom, boom. Not a feedback from the treble, meaning like the highs or whatever, which would have been like but from the subwoofer, and they put the microphone in front of it, went boom, boom, and recorded it with another microphone, the feedback, right? Awesome. And that's how we got the lightsaber sound. So you gotta kind of be creative and inventive with these things that we've never really heard before.
Yeah.
Like you're in Men in Black and you're doing the Men in Black movie, and there's like a bunch of aliens walking around. Like, who knows how they sound? We don't know how they sound.
You have to create it.
Yeah.
Brandon,
I think that's the coolest part.
For those people that don't know you, you're usually wearing a hat.
You know me.
Yeah. You wear so many
it's my
different
signature.
hats.
My signature.
But of all the hats that you wear, all the different hats that you wear, what would you say is your favorite one?
Soon as 305 my radio podcast gives me a hat, it's gonna be my
It's
gonna be my favorite one. I'm gonna wear
that
it
is
all
a right
the time.
answer.
Okay.
That is a right answer.
A lot of people know me for wearing the fedoras, but I wear all different types of hats. I wear ball caps and stuff like that. And then sometimes it all depends. Sometimes I won't wear a hat. I shave my head, so I shave my head. I have my beard.
How you feel?
Struck nose.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
know.
literal
Exactly,
hat.
bro.
I'm talking about your figurative hats.
Oh, all the hats in my life.
Mhm.
Okay, I think maybe the hardest one and the most gratifying one at the same time is my hat as a father. Because my son is amazing. Not only that, it's hard. Like, it's hard to not only deal with raising a man, right? But also the money that comes with it, the attention that comes with it, the fact that it's not about you anymore. You get what I'm saying? It's about them, and you got to take care of somebody else that's not you. You know what I mean? And my son is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Straight A's, great. But he's
that's
also
because you won't feed him.
That's
He
right.
doesn't get straight A's.
That's right, Noah. Noah's gonna listen to this podcast.
I'd get straight A's
He's
too.
gonna cry. Yeah.
He feeds him, all right. He feeds him.
No,
He feeding him.
real,
He got straight A's.
real story. Real story. I got that from my grandfather. My grandfather was Syrian. And he was a very stickler for money. He came from the poor ghetto with nothing. Lived in a bed, shared a bed with 9 brothers and stuff like that. So
Jeez.
he instilled this thing on me, like work and work and work. That's why I'm a workaholic. But one day when I was younger, he said, it's probably why I instilled it in my son. He said, "You're gonna mow the grass?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna play Nintendo instead." Because I think this Nintendo, I was playing like Mario, Yoshi, or something. And he's like, "You're not gonna mow the grass? Well, I'm not gonna feed you." And I was like, I'm a smartass. Why? Well, how are you not gonna feed me when the refrigerator's right there? Bro, I woke up the next morning. There was chains and locks all over my refrigerator. This is a true story. This is a true story. I went and he told me, "Go mow the grass and I'll cook you food." And that's exactly what happened. For my 13th birthday, he gave me a potato as a gift. That was my gift for my 13th birthday. And he goes, "Go out and plant it in the backyard, and you're gonna feed your family a year from now." That was the lesson. Guess what I gave my son on his 13th birthday?
A potato.
I'll show you a picture. He's a potato. He loved it. He cracked up. He loved it. He thought it was hilarious.
Until he saw the chains on the fridge.
No, I've never done that to him. I've never done that. That's my life. Yeah, I never had cable TV either. True story.
Sorry to be too.
Anyways, long story short is, playing the hat of a father is very cool, and at the same time very difficult to balance when I'm not there because I'm doing music and my job so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like when I got my first platinum plaque, right, or whatever, I had my son open it, and my son's super into basketball. He loves Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry is like his Michael Jordan. And at the end of the day, he opens up the Spotify plaque, and he goes, "Daddy, this is cool, but can you dunk a ball?" And I was like, "No, I can't dunk a ball. This is not cool enough for you." He's super into basketball.
That is so funny,
That's
man.
awesome.
He's funny.
You were about.
But can you dunk?
You should have been like,
Dunk a ball?
"Can you eat?" Because that fridge is locked up.
Yeah, the fridge is locked up.
And all the power's out in your room.
Yeah, take away your iPad.
Jeez.
Well, he has an iPhone now, but that's cool.
Shit,
Because
man.
I get to talk to him whenever I want. Now he's got a phone. Before,
Yeah.
when he doesn't have a phone, when kids don't have a phone, it's nowadays. I feel like kids need a phone because there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world. You got to know where they're at and what they're doing. Yeah. But the phone is also scary because you have Google, and kids learn a lot faster. Back in the day when I was younger, I had to go to my homeboy's house and be like, "Hey, what's this and this and that?"
And then you don't even know if what they're telling you is true.
I know.
You're like, bro, that's amazing. And you find out it's wrong.
Right?
You feel like Bobby Boucher in school. The devil and mama.
Super on point.
Damn, yo. So you've done a lot of things, man. You in the music world, you've been there, done that. You've met different types of people, all walks of life, one genre to the next. What's one thing that what's the best piece of advice you'd give someone that is not only just started, but they see the hurdles? What would you tell that person?
I would tell them it's going to take a long time to get there. They're going to say it's overnight. It might look overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to make it look easy at the end of the day. You know, like it's a long path. Also, own your skill, right? Meaning that make sure you're good at what you do first. That's first off. Be talented and have your skill, and then also
show them what you got.
Work and work and work, and don't stop working, and don't get mad and don't give up when it don't happen in 5 years, because it could happen in 10 years. You just haven't put the work in yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I think. If you're talking about music or entertainment industry in general, I would say forget that. Go be a lawyer or a doctor. Or something. that you know. But if you do want to go into it, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice. I've sacrificed so many things: personal relationships, friends, family. You know, like life in general. But also, music has let me travel to places I've never been, and had me, you know, like I've been ziplining in Costa Rica, and I've went to different places and seen different things just because it was paid by music. You get what I'm saying? So that's awesome too at the end of the day. So you will get the rewards if you work hard enough at it. But don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? And don't let other artists tell you, oh, this is good or this is bad. Because you don't make art for artists. Artists always got some kind of freaking opinion. You make music. You make music for who? The fans. The regular people who don't do art and don't do music, that buy tickets to your concert, that love your music, that they think that it's magic. You know what I'm saying? They don't have opinions except for I love this. Yeah. That's the people you should be taking your advice from. Those are the people that care about your music. That's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else is just take it with a grain of salt. Now, I'm not saying that if somebody's trying to help you out and so on and so forth, not listen to them. I'm saying that take it with a grain of salt, especially when it comes from other artists.
That is solid advice. Shoot, Holy Ghost, you've been quiet as a ghost, homie.
I'm quiet as a ghost. I've been peeping game.
I talk too much. I talk too much. I'm sorry.
So wait, Beatwave, what advice do you have to producers from New York to come to Miami?
Start doing Southern music.
And pop.
Yeah,
and there are strip clubs that have 4 stories.
Yeah, I don't think they have that in New York. No, they might. Who knows?
Now they might.
In Atlanta, they do. And all hip hop is coming out of Atlanta. They got strip clubs everywhere in Atlanta. That's a culture. Strip clubs in Atlanta is a culture.
ATL got it going on, though. They're very unified, especially in the media and entertainment world.
Isn't that crazy how in Miami it's almost like crabs in a bucket, right? But over there it's unity.
That movement started quite a few years ago, but we still haven't jumped on board. Although I do want to say
closer.
that Miami is breaking ground.
We're getting closer.
And we are making different strides now.
What do you give me an example of that crabs in a bucket theory?
Meaning that you can be working with somebody or have a team of people and not everybody will be on the same page. Meaning that if one person is the crab getting out of the bucket, the other people are scared that they're going to leave them behind or they want to be them or whatever. So they try to crawl on top of the other crab, right?
Push them down back into the bottom of the bucket.
To climb over them to get out of the bucket first.
Yep.
And then they both fall back into the bucket. So what ends up happening is nobody thinks about, hey, us 4 as a group. One person makes it, we're all coming together.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna eat. We're all gonna eat. You know, that's better than you know, what's a percent of nothing? You know, we don't want to stay there. At least one person goes and makes some money. And
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sad. It's sad.
I think there's always somebody that wants to be somebody here. You know, at
Facts.
the end of the day, are
That's
you in
true.
love with the industry? Are you in love with what you do? Are you passionate? Are you meant for this? Is this gonna make you or break you? Are you following the trend, or are you making your own legacy? That's what it's really falls
And
down
let's
to.
be real, this industry is cutthroat.
Super,
Oh yeah, sure.
super cutthroat. But
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the
There's
day,
some
if you
good
keep it
people,
yourself, if you keep it real, and I'm not saying that keeping it real is always gonna attract always the best, because we all gonna go through bullshit in life. But if you keeping it real, it's gonna somewhat lead you to people, the right people filtering you, so you can see who you really are. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a longer road because
longer
keeping it real,
But it's gonna be worth it in the long run.
people
you know?
get mad at
It'll be
keeping it
worth it
real.
in the
Nobody
long
wants to hear
run.
the truth.
No. When
Right?
keeping it real goes
In the
wrong.
world, but
Keeping it real does go
yeah.
wrong.
That's another podcast coming soon.
Right.
Hosted by Brandon with an A. At the end.
Yeah, I got stories. I got stories about
I
that.
got Europeans coming to strip clubs,
All you real
blow
people.
up their brains.
We're editing that out. What are you talking about? That doesn't exist. Everybody hearing this part right now, there was a part that was edited out, and that's not here anymore. But that's
There's a
okay.
whole lot of editing we have to do.
We're gonna keep that for the next one.
Oh my god, that
the
is
next
just
one.
awesome.
a whole lot.
That
Yes.
is just so crazy.
You guys
Are
are
there
the best.
any shout outs or any other words that either one of you would like to say before we wrap this up?
I want to shout out the whole team and you guys for having us on here. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Word.
I'd like to shout you guys out. God first, of course. I think that without him, would never be us here together. And
Amen.
I appreciate you
Facts.
guys just welcoming us here. And of course, the fam.
Yeah.
I'm the Beatwave for inviting me here. It's a
yeah.
blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because every day is a new day, and you know you kind of grow in every situation. You feel me?
I'm glad you came through, man, because if not, it would have been Beatwave singing. I mean,
Beatwave singing.
and we don't have any auto tune.
I'm not loving you the way I wanted to.
That sounded pretty good,
I'm
actually.
saying, yo.
Okay. Yeah,
There you go.
I got the deep
When
voice. I got the
we're
deep voice.
when we're recording, I mean that's the best part, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
we bouncing ideas, and he's and I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. He's like,
Yeah, it sounds horrible, but he gets
but
it.
he gets it,
I give him the idea.
and we
Like,
take it. And we take,
yeah.
oh, okay, we got it. And we
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
it there.
yeah. That's hilarious. That's true. I can give you the idea. I just can't sing like. So that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, we're talking about Jay Santana. I know we were trying to
Who's
wrap it
awesome.
up, and here I go back. Right. We go back to like Jay Santana's a really good friend of mine. Artist I push a lot because he's extremely talented. So it's like when you hear him sing, you're like, shit.
It's beautiful.
What
He
the
really
hell?
does sing very well.
Bro, if I only had that, if I had that voice, what would I do with that? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the same way when I work with David Corey, another big pop star that I work with. He's not here from Miami. He's from Brazil. But I write a lot of his records. I have a new record out with him actually called Attitude with Benji from Earth Gang.
Okay.
He's the bass player in Earth Gang, but he also raps. He's on the record. Also, shoot, you guys got a exclusive right here. Also did with Chris Dean and DC the General. We produced a song for David Corey that has not came out yet with Jay Mills.
Exclusive.
Yeah, nobody knows that yet, but I'm gonna give
They
it to
do
him now.
now.
We're not
I'm gonna
editing
leave
it out.
here, and David is gonna call me on the phone and be like, "Yo, did you just tell everybody we have a record coming out?" I'm like, "Yes, I did." And that's okay.
Guys, where can
He's
we
leaking it.
find you on social media? Where can we find your music? Let the people know.
MiamiBeatwave.com, at Miami Beatwave, all the Twitters, Facebooks, Instagrams, all that stuff. The searching challenge is on TikTok.
Okay.
My TikTok game is weak, but go visit me on everything else. Everything's
okay.
Miami Beatwave.
It's okay.
Remember, it's okay if you do it wrong.
Holy _ghost 305. Holy _ 305. Where we at?
All right.
Instagram, you know.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, bet, man. So, any last words?
Any last words? Let's hope these are not the last words.
Okay, guys, if I had to
The
come
last
out of
word's
this
the
place
last
alive, I want you. It's at Struck 305, right? Mama.
Oh, that shit is
Mama, I'm
funny
here.
as hell.
No.
man.
Thank you guys for having us.
No,
It's a freaking
The
blast.
last word to be thank you, honestly.
Love and
Oh,
blessings
man,
to you
that's
both
the
last word,
and
just thank you.
everything you guys are
Absolutely, man.
involved
I
in.
last
appreciate you,
words.
bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're out of here.
Cheers. We out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.